Okay, what we're doing today is we're testing the Blue Max solar charger right here. We got four 250 watt panels going into it, and it's charging this lithium battery pack right here at 25.7 amps. There's the voltage, and we got a scope to see the switching when it gets ready here. 26 amps, battery voltage 27.31. When it gets to 27.59, it's going to start switching, and we'll watch that on the scope here when it gets ready. We're going to check the temperature of the back right here. (101 degrees). You see we're at 102 degrees. So we're getting closer here to the regulation voltage. It's still in full conduction mode. The current is 26.3 amps. And the power FET measures at 104 degrees. So we've been into this now for over 30 minutes. And the temperature of the box has risen to about 104 degrees. We're at 2744 on the battery. Okay, we've been into this test for almost 45 minutes, so we're going to check the temperature right now. 106.5. The current is at about 25.5 amps. We're approaching regulation, and we can see it's bursting some pulses there where the FET's deciding to turn off. See that? It's now delivering some pulses at about 10 per second that are about 5 milliseconds in width. You see now the current is starting to drop. We're receiving pulses at about 13 a second, 16 pulses a second. Let's look at the voltage. 2755. We're almost there. Okay, we've been into this test for almost an hour. We're at 2754. The scope is telling us 35 hertz, 21 amps. And we're waiting for the blue light to come on the unit when it says it thinks the batteries are got their absorption in. Okay, but now we're at about 41 hertz. And the voltage is 2756. The current is about 21 amps. Alright, so we're at about 61 hertz now. As you can see, it's filling in the pulse train as it goes. That's going to fill in another pulse, that's why it's doing that. So, over to here, and it does that to keep this voltage as constant as it can. That's important for the battery pack for long life. See, our current is tapering. That means it's pulsing the battery 81 times a second. The voltage to regulate is 2759. The current's tapered down to about 15-16 amps. The light on the Blue Max unit is on. Okay, the battery's finished with the bulk charging. Now it's into the absorption phase. On the scope, there's our switching frequency. Nice clean waveform. The current's tapered down to about 14 amps. And the blue light's on the Blue Max. We finally arrived at our regulation voltage. See how rock steady that is? You will not see that with chargers coming in from other countries. Look at the waveform. A continuous pulse, 82 times a second. There's our current tapered down. And the Blue Max is about 100 degrees on the back side here. Awesome.